Chosen one, this concerns your father. Everything changes today. There are moments in life when the ground beneath your feet trembles, and even if no one else feels it, your soul knows that something irreversible has just happened. Today is one of those moments. This message is not a coincidence. This video did not appear in your life by accident. You were drawn here, called, marked, set apart by something divine and invisible. For today is the day you begin to understand a spiritual truth that has been hiding in the background of your life forever. This concerns your father, and from this instant, everything changes. Stay with this video until the end. Chosen one. Let this message penetrate to the very core of you. You will understand things you have never seen before. Comment your warmest wishes and write "I receive" below to release your frequency into the universe. This act of intentional energy opens a divine space for your wishes to be fulfilled. And yes, they will be fulfilled, for the universe always listens when you are aligned with truth, with love, with the reason you were born. Today, let your wish be heard, let it be proclaimed. Now, chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, and let us begin. Since you were young, there was something unspoken around the subject of your father. Perhaps he was physically absent. Perhaps he was present but emotionally distant. Perhaps he was a strong man who did not know how to express his affection. Or perhaps he was someone who did not know how to love you as your soul needed. Whatever your experience, a silent thread has run through your life linked to this relationship. And today that thread begins to unravel, not in destruction but in revelation. For when the spiritual veil lifts, the truth that emerges is not there to harm, it is there to heal. Many chosen ones live their lives carrying invisible wounds. They wear strength like armor. They guide with a wisdom beyond their years. They lead others with compassion. But beneath that facade, there is often a tender wound related to the paternal figure in their life. This figure has been either a source of confusion, pain, or an unexpressed desire. But here is the truth. Your spiritual DNA is not limited by earthly roles. And today, something is activating within you that demands every part of your identity. No matter how broken the connection with your earthly father may have been, there is a powerful truth you must hear now. Even if your father never saw you, ignored you, hurt you, or simply could not give you what you needed, it was never your fault. Not for a single second was your worth ever diminished by the absence or silence of another. Your soul has always been seen. You have always been known. And today, something in you is ready to confront the echo that has followed you for years. This is not about blame, it is about freedom. What you must understand is that every bond on earth carries an energetic thread, especially the connection between parent and child. Whether nurtured or neglected, this thread vibrates through your experience. It influences your relationships, your trust, even your ability to receive love. But here is the shift, when you become aware of it. When you speak the truth about it, when you see it for what it is, you reclaim your power, and that is what is happening right now. Your power is returning. You are no longer defined by a relationship that never reached its potential. You are defined by what you become, not by what you missed. A sacred reversal is taking place in the atmosphere around you. A divine balance. The pain born from the gap in your relationship with your father is transforming into strength, clarity, a kind of supernatural maturity that only the chosen can embody. You have spent years asking silent questions. Why didn't he protect me? Why wasn't he there? Why did he see me and not be there for me? These questions have swirled in your heart like a silent storm. But now the storm begins to calm. For what you needed from him, you are beginning to give to yourself. You are becoming your own protector. You are becoming the voice that says you matter, you are enough, you are loved. You are becoming the one who affirms your own existence. And in that shift you become free. Truly free. The power your father held, whether he used it for good, neglected it, or misused it, is no longer a shadow on your destiny. Your light is rising, and nothing, neither history nor silence nor absence, can stop it. Chosen one. Many of your current gifts have been sharpened by the absence of paternal support. This void created a space where your intuition had to grow stronger, your discernment had to rise faster, and your spiritual connection had to deepen. You had no other choice but to turn to the invisible for comfort. And that invisible world welcomed you with love. The divine met you in secret places. You are who you are today. Not in spite of what happened, but partly because of it. The fire that forged your character was real. And today, you decide how to use that flame. This is a point of passage, and once you cross it, you will not go back. This is not just a message of comfort, it is an invitation to walk in the fullness of who you are, without waiting for a conclusion from someone who could not give it to you. It is about rising without apologizing. It is about recognizing that you have been guided by something greater, eternal, divine. Even when you were ignored by a man of flesh and blood, your true source was never merely human. And today you awaken to that. You were chosen to break the pattern. Yes, you have been designated to end the cycle of emotional neglect, silence, abandonment, or abuse. It stops with you. The cycle stops here. Your future children will know security, tenderness, strength, and presence because of the decision you are making at this very moment not to let the past become your prison. This is your power, and now it is fully activating. A restoration is happening in your mind, even if no conversation takes place in the physical world. You do not need apologies to be whole. You do not need a confession to be complete. The power you were waiting for is not in their words, it is in your awareness. And today, you are aware, awakened, aligned. What made you feel forgotten is now the proof that you have been divinely guided all along. Even the absence had a purpose. Even the silence led you to the inner voice. So let this be the day your soul breathes again. Let this be the moment you stop asking for something he was never capable of giving. Let this be the turning point where you stop diminishing yourself because of someone else's lack. You are not invisible, you are not unlovable, you are not broken, you are not too much. You are rising because you were always destined to rise. The choices or absence of your father did not cancel your calling. It could not. Your path was sealed by something greater, and today that higher voice resonates in your life louder than ever. It says, "You are mine. I have always been with you. You have never been alone." This is the day you begin to see that what was planted in you, regardless of any human approval, is now ready to bloom. The relationship with your father may never resemble the fairy tale you once hoped for, but the healing you receive today is greater than a relationship. It is about your reclamation. You are taking yourself back. You are gathering the scattered pieces and standing whole again, not because of what someone else gave you, but because of what you are now giving yourself. The truth, the love, and the permission to be more than your story. The healing of a paternal wound is not linear, chosen one. It does not happen all at once. It unfolds layer by layer, season after season, sometimes surprisingly. Sometimes you will think you have released the pain, and then without warning, something will trigger that old ache again. But listen well, this does not mean you have regressed. It means your heart is now strong enough to process a deeper layer. It means the divine trusts you with more depth. This journey is not about pretending the pain never existed. It is about learning to breathe freely in its presence and knowing that you are still safe. Your story is not stained because of the pain you carry. Your story shines because you dared to face what others bury. And in this moment, the pain born from the absence or distortion of your father is transforming into a divine wisdom. What was once confusion becomes clarity. What was once lack becomes abundance. You are not cursed. You are commissioned. And your commission is sacred, chosen one. Everything that happened to you is now working for you. You will no longer live from the wounds of your father. You will live from the wisdom that came from them. You are not a prisoner of someone else's brokenness. You are not destined to repeat the history into which you were born. You are rewriting it now with every breath, with every step forward. And the world will one day look back and marvel not at the ease of your path, but at the grace with which you walked through what should have crushed you. The inner child in you, that part of you that once yearned for affirmation, that waited for validation, that wanted love, is now held by you. That child is safe now because you are awake, aware, present, and healing. You are no longer the version of you who waited at the window for someone who never came. You are the one who came for you, and that is one of the most courageous things a soul can do. What changes today, chosen one, is how you define yourself. You no longer define yourself by what they failed to give you. You define yourself by what you have become in its absence. You define yourself by the compassion that now overflows from you. You define yourself by the light that could not be extinguished. You define yourself by the resilience in your bones, the divine fire in your spirit, the depth of your love, and the strength of your presence. And here is something deeper still. Even if your father was absent, distant, or hurtful, there is always something eternal in the thread that connects you. This thread is not defined by pain, it is defined by possibility. You now have the capacity to create a new legacy that brings honor, not necessarily to the man, but to the story unfolding through you. You are the proof that transformation is possible. You are the one who breaks the cycle without breaking yourself. You do not need your father to change in order for you to heal. Let this truth anchor you. Your healing does not depend on the apologies, awakening, or willingness of someone else to understand. Your healing is your birthright. It is yours because you are divine. It is yours because you are loved. It is yours because you were never meant to remain chained to a pain that does not belong to you. Let this instant be the one where you release the guilt for feeling anger, for feeling abandoned, for feeling you missed something sacred. You have the right to feel everything. You have the right to weep. You have the right to rage. But most of all, you have the right to move forward. You have the right to thrive. You have the right to create beauty where there was once brokenness. You are no longer bound to the past. You are building something totally new, and you are doing it with grace. Chosen one, your father may never see the fullness of who you are, but that does not diminish your brilliance. Some lights are too powerful for certain people to look at directly, and that is okay. You do not need to be seen by everyone. You only need to be true to what is awakening within you now. You are seen by the divine. You are seen by the universe. You are seen by your higher self. And most of all, you are seen by the future version of you who is waiting for you on the other side of this healing. That version thrives. That version loves deeply, creates boldly, leads powerfully, and lives freely. That version is smiling at you now, saying, "Keep going. It will all make sense." Everything changes today because you are finally choosing to no longer carry what was never yours to bear. The shame was never yours. The silence was never yours. The guilt was never yours. The feeling of unworthiness was never yours. You were born into someone else's unfinished story. But you choose how the next chapter reads, and that chapter begins with freedom. Let this freedom sink deep into your chest. Let it resonate through your bones. Let it rise in your voice and steady your mind. You are moving away from generational patterns. You are interrupting the cycle of emotional scarcity. You are entering a reality where love is abundant, where presence is healing, and where truth rules over trauma. You are not a product of your past. You are a prophecy of a healed future, and this prophecy is taking form through you. Chosen one, many will be healed simply because you chose to rise. Your children, your community, your future partner, they will all benefit from the inner work you are doing now. They will feel the difference in how you listen, how you hold space, how you show up. And one day they will look at you and say, "Because of you, I know what love looks like." What a legacy. What a sacred legacy. What a powerful transformation. You are creating safety not only for yourself, but for all who will come after you. You are giving what you never received. You are becoming what was once missing for you. You are embodying the divine. Everything changes today because you finally see it. Your story never ended in pain. It began in pain, and now you are bringing it to glory. There is nothing small about the change happening in your soul. It may seem silent, but it is monumental. Heaven is witnessing your transformation. The divine is cheering you on, and your spirit knows this is not just a healing, it is an activation. You are stepping into a version of yourself that cannot be undone by rejection, abandonment, or silence. You are stepping into fullness, and this fullness will resonate. It will resonate in the generations after you. It will resonate in your choices, your creations, your callings. You will no longer beg for a seat at a table that did not recognize your worth. You are the table now. You carry within you the divine blueprint for restoration. And the most incredible part is this. The very pain that almost broke you is now the sacred ground from which your purpose grows. Let yourself grow without guilt. Let yourself thrive without needing permission. Let yourself receive love now, not because you have proven yourself worthy of it, but because you always have been. This is what changes today. Not your past, but your perception of it. Not what they did, but what you decide to do with it now. Not their absence, but your presence. You are here now. You have shown up, you have listened, and that alone is proof of your power. Let this part of your story be sacred. Let it be tender, let it be holy, and prepare yourself, chosen one, for everything that was held back by pain is now rushing toward you in love. When the pain of the past no longer has a hold on your identity, you begin to live differently. You breathe with ease, you move with clarity, you speak with conviction. You no longer need to convince anyone of your worth, for it pulses through your being like a song you were born to sing. This is where you are now, chosen one. You have reached the place where your power is no longer tied to what was done to you, but to what now flows through you. This change is not loud. It does not need to be. Power in its truest form moves silently, but its impact shakes everything. The moment you stopped blaming yourself for your father's emotional absence, the energy around you shifted. The moment you chose to stop chasing a love that was never rooted in presence, the old version of you began to fade, and now something sacred is forming in its place. Something healed, something whole, something ancient and new at the same time. A voice is rising within you, a voice that no longer speaks from the echo of lack, but from the certainty of alignment. You are no longer operating in survival mode. You are entering embodiment. You no longer carry the question, why didn't he love me as I needed? Now your spirit answers with something deeper. Because I was destined to discover a love beyond human limits. This is not just your healing, it is your ascension. And chosen one, here is something most people never get to know. When you heal the paternal wound, you activate a part of your spiritual authority that was dormant. The authority to protect, the authority to guide, the authority to govern your energy with integrity. These are gifts your soul was always destined to carry, but they often awaken through adversity. You are being prepared to walk in your own divine power, whether you are a man or a woman. For this is not about gender, it is about function. It is about carrying a sacred presence. It is about becoming the one who is rooted, the one who is sure, the one who is anchored, the one who holds others because you have learned to hold yourself. Everything changes when you realize that your story does not limit your future. It informs your calling. The choices or limitations of your father did not erase your design. They refined your perception. They made you look deeper,